What's up, guys? I'm back at Laurel Ridge State Park for yet another overnight backpacking trip. Today we're starting near the Route 653 trailhead, and we're going to be hiking to the Route 31 shelter area, and then tomorrow we're going to be hiking from the Route 31 shelters all the way to Route 30. Overall, it's going to be around 27 miles and about 3,600 feet of elevation gain, so I got my work cut out for me, but it shouldn't be too bad. So the sections of the Laurel Highlands Trail that we're going to be doing in the next 2 days are some of my favorites on the whole trail. Right now, we're nearby Seven Springs, which is a ski resort that's nearby the trail. And the trail actually goes down one of the ski slopes. The section of trail that we're doing tomorrow between the Route 31 shelter and Route 30 is also pretty cool, and has two major highlights, which are it goes across a bridge that spans the Route 76 Interstate, so you get to walk across the turnpike, and there's a really cool rock cluster called Beams Rock nearby the trail that I'll probably veer off trail to check out tomorrow. I'm within a few miles of the shooting range. You could really hear the shotgun shots from here. I've arrived at Lake Tahoe at Seven Springs Resort. It's a man-made lake at the top of the resort. You can rent kayaks, paddleboards, whatnot. And then there's a couple lifts that'll take you down to the main part of the resort. And over there is the winter lodging cabins. It's a pretty cool spot. Probably gonna have my lunch over there at that building. I'm at the bottom of the Lake Tahoe Lodge right now. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact picnic bench that I sat at last year when I had my lunch here. But yeah, just gonna have lunch, enjoy the nice view, recharge the batteries, and then finish her up for the day. I just finished my lunch at the Lake Tahoe Lodge, and now I'm hopping back on the trail. I have a couple more miles until I reach the Route 31 shelters. All in all, today's been pretty easy. I remember last time I was a little bit more out of shape and it was a little more difficult, but it's been nice and pleasant today. Those buildings right up there are the horse stables. That's where we're going to be going next. The trail kind of hangs a left of the horse stables, and if we're lucky, we're going to see some horses. This building is the horse stables. We're about to find out if they still have horses here. And sadly, it does not look like so. So sadly, there are no horses in the horse stable. The pen is pretty overgrown, and same with the building. Doesn't look like it's gotten much use lately. I have just arrived at Route 31, which means we're about half a mile from the shelter area. All right, we made it. Now we'll just hike about half a mile to the shelter, get our tent set up, and then cook some food. Not a moment too soon, because I am famished. This is the Somerset-Westmoreland County boundary marker. So on this side, I'm in Somerset County. And if I walk over here, now I'm in Westmoreland County. Well, this is our home for the night. The 3rd Adirondack shelter. Woo! 13.85 miles. Got 13 miles remaining. Gonna get camp set up and cook some food. The setup for trekking pole tents in Adirondack style shelters like this is a little different than the normal setup. Obviously you can't use the stakes because it has this wooden floor and you can't slide the guy line underneath like some designs. So I resorted to the stick and the rock method. I just have the stick connected to the guy line for the corner. I have that repeating on every side. Well, that about does it for today. I just made myself some dinner, hung up my bear bag, and pitched my tent. So all done for the night. Gonna relax, maybe listen to some music, throw on a podcast, and get some good rest for tomorrow. We got, I think it was 13 miles left. Okay, I'm pretty sure I figured out what the noises are. So, across the street from the Hidden Valley Ski Resort, there is this quarry, New Enterprise Stone and Lime Company. I mean, you can see it's a big mine, or a big quarry. You can see it from 31, but anyways, I'm camped right behind it, so I'm pretty sure all those explosions are just dynamite explosions from the quarry. But it's pretty interesting. Good morning. It's a little after 7 a.m. I think I'm going to get up for the day. I slept pretty good last night, but I want to get an early start out here and hopefully be back around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So, gonna get my bear bag, make myself some breakfast, pack up, and get on the trail. So at some of the Pennsylvania state parks, they've placed up these bear poles. I'm not too big of a fan of them because they look a little bit bear accessible to me. So I've just hung it in the tree, which I think is a little safer. So let's get this down and make some breakfast. So when I left yesterday, I had a weird feeling that I forgot something. That turned out to be the GoPro charger. So we're switching over to the iPhone here because unfortunately during that time lapse, the GoPro died. So the rest of the trip will be on my iPhone. Good morning. It's about 5 till 8. We're on the trail. I got packed up in about 50 minutes, which is a personal record for me. Nice to be on the trail early. But we got another 13 miles today, and it should be a lot easier than yesterday. So before I left for this trip, I tracked my calories that I'll be eating for both days. And particularly yesterday, I noticed that my energy levels were way more stable throughout the day. And I can only attribute that to getting all my calories in and concentrating on eating the right amount of macros, particularly protein. So, note to self, track your calories before the trip, and you'll wake up feeling a lot better. At mile 35.5, there's a mailbox with a little Ziploc bag containing some notebooks. Every year that I'm here, I write a little note so I can look at it next year. We're going to be walking across this bridge right here. This bridge spans the Pennsylvania 76 Interstate. One of my favorite features of the trail. I think it's very unique. There's not a lot of hiking trails, at least out here, that have bridges that span interstates. So yeah, let's get to it. So if you look across through the fence, the bridge actually says Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail. So whenever you're driving on the interstate, you can tell where you are whenever you see that bridge. There's a fossil right in the middle of the trail. Pretty cool. This is an eastern hemlock, Pennsylvania state tree. I'm at the bottom of Beams Rocks right now. I didn't decide to go to the top because I've been there so many times in the past. In fact, last year when I went, there were rock climbers climbing when I was eating my lunch at the bottom of the rocks here. But yeah, you can see the massive rock wall through the foliage there. Well, I accidentally went down that trail, which is the Spruce Trail, instead of the Laurel Highlands Trail. Had to backtrack about a quarter mile. It's actually a pretty cool trail. It's literally just a straight trail with spruce trees on either side of them. I remember this bridge because last year that I was here, there was a massive, massive bullfrog under the water.